Once upon a time in a hive deep in the jungle lived a colony of bees. They were colorful bees and they were cute bees, but most of all, they were happy bees because they always told the truth. One day, a little bee flew out of the hive to collect pollen. He flew from flower to flower, collecting pollen and nectar. Suddenly, he saw a big juicy watermelon and he landed on it. Just then a little girl came by and said, "Hey, little bee, can I eat your watermelon?" The little bee was scared. He thought, if I say yes, she'll eat my watermelon. But if I say no, she might take my life. So he thought quickly and said, "Yes, you can eat my watermelon." The little bee flew away quickly before the girl could take a bite of his hard-earned prize. He went straight to his best friend, Barry Whitewing, and told him everything that had happened. Barry said, "Oh, man, you should have just told her no. You could have kept your watermelon." The little bee said, "I know, but I was scared." Barry said, "Being scared of what others think is not always the best way. Sometimes you have to stand up for yourself." The little bee felt sad. He didn't want to be scared anymore. Barry said, "You know what? Let's go see Witherspoon. She'll help you." Witherspoon was the oldest and wisest bee in the colony. All the bees loved her because she was always honest and kind. The two bees flew to Witherspoon and told her everything that had happened. Witherspoon listened patiently and then said, "Oh, my little bees, being honest is always the best policy. You should have told the girl no. It's okay to say no." The little bee said, "I know, but I was scared." Witherspoon said, "Being scared is understandable, but you must also be brave enough to face your fears. Being honest will make you feel better in the end." The little bee thought about what Witherspoon had said. He realized that he had been dishonest and he felt bad about it. He wanted to tell the truth. He flew back to where he had met the girl and told her, "I'm sorry, but you can't eat my watermelon." The girl was surprised. She said, "Why not?" The little bee said, "Because it's mine and I worked hard to get it." The girl apologized and flew away. The little bee felt so much better after telling the truth. He went back to the hive and told all the bees what he had done. They were all very proud of him because he had learned an important lesson. From that day on, the little bee was never scared to tell the truth again. In fact, he was always honest and brave, and the bees in the hive continued to celebrate the joy of being honest. Witherspoon, the wise old bee, watched the celebration with a smile on her face. She knew that her little beehive was full of happy bees who always told the truth, and that made her the happiest bee of all. The end.